Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And today I want to talk about the 4 biggest ways a narcissist destroys you. Okay? People don't even realize the damage that narcissistic abuse causes. All right? So I'm going to outline 4 of the biggest ways that narcissistic abuse will destroy who you are. Okay? Number 1, and this is a big one, okay, is your self-esteem. A lot of times after people dealt with a narcissist, they have very low self-esteem. Why is that? Because the narcissist put you down in order to lift themselves up, okay? They can never look at you like you're on their level or you're superior to them. You are always the subordinate to a narcissist. So in order for them to always feel like they're superior for their little fragile ego, they've got to put you down. So they'll criticize you. They'll criticize how you look. They'll criticize what you say. They'll criticize what you do. They'll criticize how you clean the house. They will be a constant nitpicker and have you a nervous wreck. You'll be at a point where you're afraid of what you say or what you do because you're worried about the narcissist's reaction. And that's their intent. A narcissist doesn't want to make you feel safe and at ease. They always want to make you uneasy so that you're always kissing up to the narcissist. You're always trying to please them, okay? So they will try to rip up your self-esteem. They'll say things like, oh, you'll never find somebody like me, okay? Well, that's good. We don't want somebody like you, okay? And they'll just, they'll give you backhanded compliments about how you look. Oh, I can't believe you look so good today, or something along those lines. And all of this, it's little chipping away at your self-esteem, okay? And the biggest way that they destroy your self-esteem is they discard you cold, okay? They discard you cold, and you feel like there's something wrong with you. Not only that, when a narcissist discards you, if they don't just block you and disappear, what they'll do before they discard you is they will destroy you by verbally putting you down and being wicked with it. A narcissist is wicked with it. This is one of the clues you're dealing with a narcissist, because they will hit below the belt. They will call you things like old. They'll tell you you're a terrible parent. They'll bring your parents into something. People that you're sensitive about, maybe you have a strained relationship with your family or your mother or something, and they'll say something like, well, now I know why your mother has nothing to do with you. They're just wicked with it, and it's going to give you a complex because you already have that complex within yourself, okay? You're already sensitive about whatever your vulnerabilities are, and what does that narcissist do? They shoot below the hip, okay? And they're going to bring it up, and it's going to reinforce that insecurity within them. So what a narcissist does is they project all of their insecurities onto you. They're throwing all that toxicity and shame onto you. And what does that do? That destroys your self-esteem. You start to doubt yourself. You don't believe in yourself. You start to think that you're part of the problem. And this is what covert narcissists will do. They'll say you have mental issues because you get emotional, because they cause that reactive abuse to trigger you and set you off. Okay? They deliberately, trigger your emotions so that you look crazy. And after a while, you're going to start to think, well, am I crazy? Maybe it's me. Is it me? No, it's not you. It's that you're dealing with a toxic narcissist that's playing fucking mind games on you and making you think that it's you, okay? Like I actually had a few people on a post, and one of the women said, every time she brings up something to her partner, he starts yelling and screaming, and then he goes flat out cold on her, and then he comes back like it's nothing, okay? This is to make her feel insecure and be afraid to open her mouth. What he's doing is he's controlling her. He's controlling her by, berating her and getting in her face and yelling and screaming and saying, why do you keep bringing that up? They're threatening. A narcissist is going to try to threaten you, to scare you, and this is going to make you insecure. And then what they do is they go cold on you because they're punishing you with coldness. That's a covert narcissist, by the way. They punish you with the silent treatment and coldness, all right? And what does this do? This breaks your self-esteem. That's why, you guys, you've got to know who the fuck you are. You have to see something for what it is, and you have to stop doubting yourself. If you see something that's not right, then it's not right. If you keep bringing up something from the past, there's a fucking reason why you keep bringing up something from the past, because it was never resolved. All right? And don't let that narcissist twist it around and try to make it like you're the problem because you keep bringing up something from the past. That's right, I'm bringing up something from the past. And when you resolve it, then I won't bring up the past, okay? You've got to be steadfast in your conviction so that these narcissists don't break you down. And the minute that they know they're dealing with somebody like that, they are going to run, okay? First, they'll call you crazy, and then they'll run because now they know you've got your fucking power, and you're not going to be swayed by a narcissist who's breaking your self-esteem. That's why, you guys, the biggest thing you can do to have your power is to understand it for what it is. Recognize gaslighting. The minute somebody gaslights you and says something like, I really don't remember, or, it didn't happen like that, or I think you're too sensitive. No, I'm not sensitive. If I feel a certain way, there's a reason I feel a certain way. Validate yourself. You're justified in your feelings. If you feel a certain way, there's a reason you feel that way, okay? And don't let a narcissist negate or dismiss your feelings. This is what they'll do to try to make you feel like you're crazy or you don't know what you're talking about. It's all to cause self-doubt, low self-esteem, and, break you down, okay? So that's the first way. They try to break down your self-esteem because people that have low self-esteem are people that they can manipulate. So they got to break you down in order to manipulate you. All right, number 2 here. The other way a narcissist will try to destroy you is your mental health, okay? Again, all of this will cause anxiety and depression. You're always going to be stressed out. You may not be able to sleep at night because this person is killing you with coldness, all right? They're not affectionate. A covert narcissist, they arm themselves. They fight by being cold to you. So now you're going to feel very much alone. You're going to be sad. You're going to be depressed. You're not going to know what to do. You're going to feel like this person is here, but they're really not here. And that's because they're not completely there. A covert narcissist, for example, is always, their mind is somewhere else. There's always something else going on in that covert narcissist's life that you don't know about. So you're getting half a person when you deal with a covert narcissist. But you, at the time, you don't realize this. You don't realize what's going on because maybe you don't realize you're with a covert narcissist, okay? So what is this going to do? This is going to wear upon your mental health, all right? And you're going to, you're going to be nervous about things. It's going to cause stress. And all of this mental anguish that you feel is going to affect your physical health. That's why people that are with a narcissist for a number of years, what happens to these people is they have major, ailments. Some people will get cancer because of the stress. All that stress causes cancer. Some people may have thyroid issues. Some people may have digestive issues. Some people become suicidal because of the narcissist, all right? I actually had a client who told me that, he felt suicidal because of the narcissist. And I was like, you got to get your power back. No person is worth, risking your life over, okay? You had life before the narcissist and you will have life after the narcissist. They weren't all that. Understand this. They weren't all that, okay? What they were doing is they were filling a void within yourself. You look to that narcissist for happiness. And when that narcissist discarded you, it crushed you because it crushed your happiness because of that void inside you, because you were codependent on that narcissist for your happiness. And this is why you have to find your happiness internally and not rely on anybody else to fulfill you. God made you whole. Understand that. You're a lot stronger than you realize, and you won't realize that till strong is your only option. So therefore, you guys, you have to build yourself up. You have to understand the big picture of life, all right? You know, it's hard to break up with somebody, and especially when you break up with a narcissist, because they built this fantasy. They were so fucking nice in the beginning. They were like, you know, the perfect picture of what you wanted, and now you're crushed because it's gone. But understand that that person was not who you thought they were. That was a facade. That was a front. That was somebody pretending to be something or someone that they weren't, okay? So you fell in love with a dream. You fell in love with a fantasy. You didn't fall in love with that narcissist because you don't even know, at that time, you didn't even know who that narcissist was. Who that narcissist is the person that you see at the end of the relationship, whose mask came off and who's wicked with it and who's calling you every name in the book and being cold as fuck. That's who that person is, all right? They're not this warm, loving, kind, gentle person, because a warm, kind, gentle person will not get wicked with it and do something like that. Understand this. You're dealing with a wicked narcissist who has no empathy for your feelings, okay? So instead of sitting there and reminiscing about them and romanticizing about the good times with them, understand that was not real. That was just somebody who maybe they enjoyed your company. A narcissist can enjoy your company, but their intent was not the intent that you had. Go listen to my podcast on narcissist intent, all right? Your intent is to find a long-term loving partner that you both, sacrifice for each other and you want to build together. That is not the intent of the narcissist. The intent of the narcissist is to come together with you, use you for whatever that narcissist is after, drain you till they can't drain you no more, get bored with you, and then they move on to somebody else for another great thrill, okay? Because a narcissist constantly needs that rush, that thrill, that oxytocin in their brain. They constantly got to feel that excitement and feel like they're a somebody, okay? They can't deal with boring and mundane. So, you guys, I'm getting off tangent here, but here. That anxiety and that depression will cause you to have other, things that happen in your life. You may become a hoarder. You may start hoarding things because now objects become important to you because you're lacking that love because of that loneliness, all right? That's what happens, and I've seen it happen, okay? So you may get other kinds of mental health illnesses because that narcissist did not validate you. That narcissist put you down. And all of this is going to come out in anxiety, and anxiety comes out in other ways, all right? See, when you get a buildup of anxiety in your body, it's got to come out somehow, okay? Everybody's anxiety comes out somehow. That's why in order to soothe yourself, sometimes people listen to music, sometimes people read, sometimes people get a back massage. People do things that relax them, okay? So you're going to get that anxiety because you're going to be fearful. What's anxiety? Anxiety is fear. It's fears inside of you. And you have these fears because that is the fear that narcissist, intentionally wanted to put in you. And why is that? That is so that you stand in allegiance to the narcissist. The narcissist didn't want you to feel safe and comfortable. The only time that narcissist wanted you to feel safe and comfortable was in the very beginning in order to hook you, in order for you to let your guard down and trust them and think that they were the hero that walked into your life and they're going to be your rock. They're going to support you. But that couldn't be farther from the truth, because when the chips are down, the narcissist gets going. The narcissist is not about the hard stuff, okay? And you'll see that if you have children. Nobody disappears faster than a selfish narcissist when it comes to kids. They don't want to do the hard work. And kids take work. Kids are a lot of work, all right? Trust me when I tell you, all right? So, there's no worse partner to be with when you have kids than a narcissist, because you will be doing 99% of everything yourself. And that narcissist will abandon you, abandon the kids, and they will make excuses. They will make excuses. They're absolutely horrible, okay? And they don't even care about their kids as much as they care about themselves. They put themselves before anybody else. Completely selfish. All right? So the second way that a narcissist destroys you, besides breaking your self-esteem, is they destroy your mental health, which affects your physical health, which is going to affect things like maybe eating, sleeping. You may end up having an eating disorder because you're eating a lot because you're so upset, or you may not be eating enough and you're getting thin because you're so upset. People deal with stress in different ways. And these are all things that could happen to people when they're dealing with that extreme stress and they're in this pit of loneliness, okay? And that's what happens when you deal with a narcissist. You fall into a black hole. How do I know? Because I was in that black hole, okay, where I was nervous about things all the time. Plus, I had the stress of 3 kids and 2 special needs kids, and I had no support, okay? So I was surrounded over here, you guys. It was absolutely horrible. And if not for my faith and my strength in God to keep me strong and keep me grounded, I would have collapsed. But I stayed focused. I stayed focused in what I had to do. And because of the love for my children, I kept myself strong. Okay. And that's how you got to be. All right. So you've got to, you've got to build yourself up. So they will affect your mental health, which affects your physical health. And this could have serious implications later on in your life. All of this, abuse on your body and your mind will cause major illnesses later on. This happens all the time. Later on in life, maybe when you're in your 50s, your 60s, or later, how you treat your body's going to kick back in time. So if you're always strung out, you're always stressed out, all of that stress is going to take a toll on your body, where you're going to have other physical issues with your body. Some people could end up getting a stroke because of stress, with high blood pressure and all of that, okay? So, all right, that's the second way. Narcissistic abuse will destroy you because of the stress of it, causing anxiety and depression, affecting your mental health, and your mental health will affect your physical health. Next, number 3. Another way that a narcissist will destroy you, another big way, is your reputation. And this is the covert narcissist again. They will talk about you to everybody and their son, okay? And they will destroy your reputation, which could affect you. It could affect your livelihood. It could affect your income, because these people may not want to do business with you if it's in a work setting. If that narcissist is smearing you behind your back, people may not, or smearing you to the boss. They may not give you that promotion. If it's your family, they could be smearing you, your reputation, and making you the scapegoat and ganging up on you, all right? Here's the thing, all right, when it comes to narcissists and them ruining your reputation, you cannot control what comes out of other people's mouths. But what you can control is how you deal with it. So, therefore, okay, if it's affecting you in some way, okay, there's defamation of your character or anything like that to a point where it affects your livelihood and it's false accusations, you could sue that person, okay? But you have to have grounds to do that. So if it comes to that extreme that it's affecting you in such a way that it's affecting your livelihood, which affects your children or anything like that, you can go after somebody for that, all right? In some way, if somehow they're withholding, because of their smear campaign, it's, preventing you from, let's say getting business or anything along that, you can go after somebody like that, all right? If you have proof that they are doing something and they're making false accusations about you, all right? And it's affecting your livelihood. Now, when it comes to family or friends, okay, and they're smearing you, understand this. People that are with you will stay with you. People that will go with the narcissist smear campaign were never in your corner to begin with. So you've got to distance yourself from those people as well. Now, I had somebody say, but what if it's family? What if it's family? It's fine to distance yourself, when it's an ex-partner or something, but it's a little tricky and a little different with family. When it comes to family, here's what I say, okay? If it's affecting your mental health, and it's triggering you every time you're around this particular family member or family members, then for your own mental health and mental well-being, you cannot put yourself around them. You may have to cut them off and go no contact if it is really disturbing you to that point. Okay. But if if it's not that bad and you can kind of deal with it, then you gray rock them. That means minimal contact. Don't get too close. Touch base. Don't tell them your business and keep them at arm's length. That means you still want to keep, you keep them around because they are your family, but you're not going to get close to them, okay? Because they're toxic. But if they're toxic to the point of you're in tears every time you're around them, or you're ready to punch out a car window after leaving their house, then you have to distance yourself and go no contact, because these people are really, really toxic and triggering you, and you can't be around that. It's affecting your mental state. Okay, it's affecting your mental state. So you have to go by, how it affects you and how it triggers you. All right. Next. Okay. So we had low self-esteem. We had as a way to destroy you. That destroys your mental health, which affects your physical health. They affect your reputation. Narcissists will affect your reputation because they will also go to your own family. That's a real dirty ass narcissist. They will go to your own family and smear you to your own family because they know that's what's important in your life is your family. So that's how low and dirty and underhanded a narcissist can be. They go to your own people to smear you, and that happens, all right? But if your own people are in your corner, they will have your back. But if your own people, your family and everything they're toxic narcissists as well, sometimes they'll side with your ex-toxic narcissistic partner because now you're surrounded by a lot of narcissists, and the best thing to do is stay away from all of these fucking people, okay? They're no good. They don't see the beauty in you, the value in you, and they don't have your back. If somebody doesn't have your back, you distance yourself from that person. Understand this. You distance yourself from them, or you know what they are, and you don't get too close, and you don't tell them your personal private business because you cannot trust them, okay? Last, I got to cap this off, you guys, because I got to do a Zoom with my kids' school, okay? Last, the other way that a narcissist destroys you is they steal your time, okay? Narcissists waste your fucking time. They're not all in. I just did a podcast on this about how a narcissist is not all in. See, narcissists always have things going on the outside. It could be a situationship somewhere, or it could just be outside influences, which is the flying monkeys, their family. They could be married to their family. They're not all in. So they pretend to be in the relationship with you, but really they're married to their family. They're still connected to their exes. They're connected to outside people, their friends and family. They don't have the maturity to let these people go, these outside parties go, and they're never all in. So what happens? The narcissist pretends to be in the relationship with you, and you're getting half a person, and you're not getting fulfilled, okay? So what are they doing? They're wasting your time. You're thinking that this person is all in, exclusive with you, and they're not. And they'll waste months, they'll waste years, and, they'll waste your time. And that is time that you can never, ever, ever, ever get back. Time and health are your two most valuable assets in your life. Understand that. And your children, okay? Those are the most valuable assets in your life. And people don't value their time. You see, you don't value it when you're young, but when you get older, it's 100 times harder. That dating pool gets, it gets smaller and smaller, and it's not good, okay? You're dealing with people that are a lot of broken people that had bad marriages, bad relationships, and, they're not, they don't, I'm trying to think of the word that describes them. They can't be in a healthy relationship, okay? They can't be in a healthy relationship. So you're getting, tainted people later on. That's why, and you look back and you have regrets and you say, why did I give this narcissist 10 years of my life? Why did I give this narcissist 20 years of my life? They stole my time. And for other people that have short-term relationships, that could be a year or 2 years. If it only was a year or 2 years and you got out, you're one of the lucky ones. And if you didn't have kids with the narcissist, you're one of the lucky ones that can start over and be fresh. But when you have kids with a narcissist, it's a life without parole, okay? Because you're always going to have to deal with that narcissist because, that they are the parent of your child. And you're going to have to deal with them with regards to visitation, financial needs, weddings, birthdays, school recitals, family parties, holidays, all of this you got to deal with, okay? But the point is this, you guys. The point is this. Don't give your time to people who are not all in. If they're not making the effort, you got to cut them loose because you will not get that time back. You will not get that time back in your 20s. You will not get that time back in your 30s. And you will not get that time back in your 40s. And you don't want to be in your 50s or later starting over because it's very, very hard, okay? Very hard. So you give your time to people that value you, okay? That show you that they care, all right? So narcissists steal your time, and your time is a piece of your life. So that's why you have so many broken people that haven't realized that they dealt with a narcissist till later on, okay? Like even me. I was in a marriage for over 13 years. Never realized at that time I was dealing with a covert narcissist. Just thought, oh, we have communication problems. Oh, we have family issues with his mother. Never realizing that I was dealing with a toxic narcissist. I figured, well, everybody has problems, I'm thinking everybody's got problems, but I didn't realize I was dealing with a covert narcissist that couldn't communicate, that couldn't, be vulnerable, that couldn't open up, that had this outside influence of an ex-mother-in-law who was in the business that destroyed our relationship because of that guilt tripping that she laid on her son, okay? And when you understand narcissism, you will get it, you will see it for what it is. But that's why narcissistic awareness is so crucial in life. Because once you understand narcissism, you will be able to spot this shit all over the place. It's not 1 to 5% of the population. It's a majority of the population, okay? We live in the me society, not the we society, okay? I did a podcast on that. You guys, you got to listen to it. It's one of my very older podcasts when I was, centering on dating and relationships about how a lot of the people out there are centered on themselves and they don't know how to come into a relationship and compromise and sacrifice and put the work into it. It's all about me. And if you don't satisfy what I want, I'm on to the next, okay? And social media has given these people the way to do it. They have given these people a way to, live for themselves. They don't have to put the work in. They don't want to put the work in if they don't have to, okay? And a narcissist doesn't want to put the work in. They want to go towards something that's, easy. They go to the area of least resistance in getting what they want, all right? So you never, ever, ever get that time back. And that is one of the things that, narcissistic abuse does. It wastes your time because you're thinking that you could work with this person when in fact you can never resolve conflict with a narcissist because they will never ever, self-reflect, and they will not see. They don't want to see. Okay? Like I had people say, well, they can be helped, or maybe they can be helped. You can't help somebody that doesn't see or acknowledge the problem. Okay? You have to be able to acknowledge the problem. You have to be able to repent. A narcissist does not repent in order to fix the problem and resolve the problem, okay? And that's why you're wasting your time with somebody like that. I always say, stop wasting your breath with these people, okay? Because they only want to see what the fuck they want to see, even when you're speaking the truth. And they know what the truth is, by the way, but they won't acknowledge the truth because the truth does not benefit them. What benefits them is the lies so that they can deceive you, okay? So never ever think that a narcissist doesn't know the truth. They most definitely know what the truth is, but the truth exposes them and exposes their lies. So that's why they have to stand in their lies. Okay, they stand in their lies and they justify their lies, but they know what the truth is. That's why they have to hide things. So they are aware of what the truth is. Okay, so I got to run, you guys. I got to hop on the Zoom. But those are the 4 ways that a narcissist will destroy you. Low self-esteem, affect your mental health, which affects your physical health. They will destroy your reputation, which could affect your relationships with your family, affect your job, affect your financial situation, and they will take your time, which is a piece of your life that you will never, ever get back again, okay? So stay away from these narcissists. The minute you see somebody is toxic, say, don't second guess yourself, and, none of this bullshit benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt is in the cemetery, okay? Understand that. When somebody shows you who they are, that's who they are from the beginning, and that's not going to change, okay? If you want to give them, one warning when they break your boundaries, and you want to say, you ever do that again, you and I will not be talking, you could do that. But, trust and believe they'll do it again. And if they do it again, you got to cut them loose, okay? You got to cut them loose or they're going to, walk all over you and you'll be living in a toxic mess, okay? And you'll be wasting your time, okay? And your life. So don't do that, you guys. All right? I hope that helps you. If it does, please hit the subscribe button and please share the podcast and please have a great day. Bye, guys. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship, and you need some clarity on it, go to the link in the podcast description for my website where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio And you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at The Game EXP123 and also on Instagram, The Game EXP123. Okay? And have a great day.